to tutorials, and in this video you are learning PHP MySQL. In this series, in this video particularly, we are going to discuss about constant. In the previous video, you had learned. In case you have missed that video, then I recommend you to check that video, how variable works in PHP. And in this video, we are going to discuss about constant in PHP. Sometimes you need this, particularly when you are working in any project, in a larger project. In that case, you have to define the constants. So how constant works? In previous video, you have seen that with dollar sign you had declared like this a. So you had declared the variable like this, but for constant. But what happens in variable? You saw in previous video. If you have not seen, then I recommend you to check the previous video first, then you come back to here. So in variable, what happens? Dollar a equals to 10. I had discussed about this in previous video. And then dollar a, again here we put Rajesh, then no problem. And the problem here is the value 10 is overwritten here. So now suppose you are developing a website and you need to keep at one place. Actually there are 4 times this www. So if you need to keep this website URL fixed at a point of time. So if I store this in variable, maybe site URL, okay? In a normal variable, if I store here like this, site URL, maybe www.ashortcut.com, okay? If I store like this, then later when the program becomes very large, 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, and then maybe 1000 line, it reaches to 1000 line or 1 lakh line, then programmer may forget that somewhere he had or she had used this site URL. So again, mistakenly, if I write here URL, again maybe something I will write whatever, then this will be overwritten by this, and what will happen? Our site may not work, okay? So in that case, we require here constant. In constant, what you need, this is the procedure, this is the process, this is the way of defining the constant. In constant, what happens? You need to declare here one identifier, and then this is value. So it is key, and this is value, okay? Key value. And later, so let me show you with practical example. Okay, let's declare here a variable, constant actually. So we will define here, define site URL, then www.ashortcut.com, semicolon. Now if you want to show this, then simply you echo site URL, this one. Just let's copy here HR, check it, refresh. Oh, I forgot to put here single quote. Yes, now you can see the value is displaying here. So there is few things you might have noticed in this video and this program. Just check. When you declare any variable, for example, we had declared this variable and stored this and displayed the value, then we had used this dollar sign. In variable, remember, in variable you had used dollar sign to display the value, but in case of constant, we are not using here dollar sign. Remember, we are not using here dollar sign. We are simply, so this is a good practice, you should keep this in capital so that you will understand that okay, so this is constant, but it's not necessary. You can put it small case also, but it's good practice to keep it the name of the constant. You should keep constant, okay, sorry, uppercase. Now you don't have to put here dollar sign, just unlike variable. And then when you access the value, whenever you access the value, you are not also applying here dollar sign. Simply this name is enough to call the value, and you can see here the value is displaying here. We are not, neither we are declaring, neither we are putting dollar sign while declaring the constant, nor we are using the dollar sign while calling this constant. One more important feature about this is that mistakenly, if I try to once again define this value after maybe many lines I forgot, right? I'm trying to declare it one again with the same name, then echo. So what will happen? In variable, the value will get overwritten, but in constant, if I declare once again, then what will happen? Just see here. It will throw an error. It will say constant site URL is already defined. That means instantly it will flag an error, a warning, and tell that this one is already defined. And also you can see the value is displaying the previous one. For example, this is of type, I'm putting something else, tutorial range, okay, in this site URL. Then refresh it, or still the value didn't change. A software is displaying, it is giving you warning, but the value when I'm printing is printing this one, the previous one. That means what? In variable the value is overwritten, but in constant value is never overwritten. Also mistakenly, knowingly or unknowingly, if you try to override the value, it will not override, rather it will show you the previous value. That is why this is called constant. So guys, you hope understand what is difference between variable and what is difference between constant. So that's it in this video. Thanks for watching, and still if you have not subscribed my channel, then I recommend you to subscribe the channel, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.